Hello everybody, this is Robert from Hackproof Secure IT. Thank you for taking the time to take a look at one of my videos. Today we're going to be talking about bypassing Windows Defender and ultimately getting a Meterpreter shell. For those of you who don't know, Windows Defender is the default antivirus that's installed on all Windows-based operating systems from Windows 7 on up, and it can prove to be difficult when you're trying to get a Meterpreter session because it blocks your attempts and it recognizes it as a malware or a virus, and it won't let you connect. So it's kind of difficult to stop the process completely, but there's ways around it, and one of the ways is we are going to be removing the definitions from that Windows Defender so that it doesn't know what to look for, and it basically won't be able to recognize that you're running the script. So just as a refresher, Hackproof Secure IT, we are a cybersecurity consulting firm. We dedicate solely on small to medium-sized businesses, and what we do is we protect your business from hackers, specifically black hat hackers and those who are interested in infiltrating your network, stealing your data, stealing your customers' data, possibly locking your computer, ransomware style, getting money from you, all of the above. The threat of hackers is everywhere, constant, and it doesn't matter if your business has 3 people or 100 people, employees, you are vulnerable. You're possibly vulnerable to being attacked. So the way that we protect you is by doing penetration testing. We take a look at your network from the point of view of a hacker, and we are able to identify the vulnerabilities that you have and allow you to fix those before a hacker actually gets to you. So just so you know, Windows Defender is the most deployed antivirus in the enterprise world, probably due to the fact that it's pre-installed on every computer that every Windows-based computer. But also, I got this stat straight from Microsoft, so it might be a little skewed. So the breakdown here, what we have at the beginning is we already have network credentials. So on your end, the way you might get those are, a phishing attack. If you're on the network already, maybe through Responder, or there's really quite a few ways to get credentials from the network. So once you have those network credentials, what we're going to do is we're going to connect to the box. We're going to delete the antivirus definitions remotely, and then that's going to allow us to use PSExec for a Meterpreter shell. So now let's go into our virtual machines and show you how this attack is done. Now you're going to notice I have 2 virtual machines going. One is a Windows 8.1 system, that's going to be the vulnerable machine, and one is my Kali Linux, and that's going to be the machine that I'm going to be attacking from. Now you'll see here, I want to show you 2 things on this box first. One is the IP, which is .127. The other is that Windows Defender is currently out of date definition. So I'm going to go ahead and update right now. While that updates, I'm going to come over here and I'm going to show you that in my Kali Linux box, we have an IP address of 108. So this is a different IP address here. And from this box, I'm just going to show you how the attack would run normally. And just using PSExec, I've already set the options in here. I set up just a temporary user here, hacked user, on the Windows 8.1 box, and I've given them a password of badpass123. And again, in this attack, we already know the credentials for the computer. So as soon as this is done installing the updates, we're going to go ahead and attempt the exploit. So now you can see that the Windows Defender went to being protected. Green check mark, everything's good. It's not quite done with installing the updates here, but as soon as that does, there, you'll see that it is up to date as of right now. So that's what we need. We need a fully patched, updated computer. Let's make sure that I have the IP address in here right, 127. Great. So when you try to run the exploit, it's going to attempt to execute the payload, and Windows Defender found some malware and is removing it. It is interesting that it let me start a Meterpreter session here, but it automatically killed it because Windows Defender found the script running. So let me show that again just so you can see. Attempting to exploit Windows Defender. It gives me a Meterpreter shell, but it's going to kill it immediately. So if you're quick enough, you could probably migrate into another process there, but that's going to be rather tough. So we're going to connect to this computer, and we're going to do it. I like using WinXC. Hacked user, pass 123. We're going to connect to 172.30.50.127, and then we're going to run cmd.exe. So all I want to do is get a command prompt on this Windows computer. And running that command, I have a command prompt on the computer, on the Windows 8.1 computer. And you can see if I run an ipconfig, you're going to see 127. That's the IP address of the Windows computer. So from here, we're going to run a script that is going to disable the antivirus. I'm sorry, not disable the antivirus, the definitions from the antivirus. So running that script here, if you take a look at the Windows 8.1 machine, it's going to say update virus protection because I have removed all the definitions from Windows Defender. And if we click here, we'll see, whoa, that it is not protected and it's attempting to update right now. So we can come in here, we can pull in another exploit here. It's going to give us a Meterpreter shell. The Meterpreter shell is not going to die yet. You at least have a few minutes, and what we're going to do is we're going to migrate into another process here. Let's just pick 84. So migrating to that other process here, we've seen that the Windows Defender PC has successfully protected the computer. It's updated the antivirus again, and you'll see that come up right here in a second. Boom, up to date. But look over here, we still have a Meterpreter session because we were able to sneak in there while it was still updating. So now if we wanted to we can see that we are actually on this Windows 8.1 machine box now, and it is not dying. So that's really all I have to show here. A lot of times antivirus can give us the illusion of security when we aren't really secure. Now you'll notice that there are a few pop-ups there that happen while this attack's going on. That's why I prefer to do these attacks in the evenings or at night when nobody's at the computer. And really, after a minute or two of pop-ups, you're good to go. Now, again, this is Robert with Hackproof Secure IT. We are a cybersecurity consulting firm, and reach out to us if you're a small to mid-sized business owner, and we can help protect your network from the hackers that would be trying to get your sensitive data. Thank you very much.